risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet.
Oh Gott, wie war das?
The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place. The lantern is already in the right position. Turned toward the shield. Shield toward the sword. Now that's good. The statue is already in the right place. That statue is not positioned correctly. That statue is not positioned correctly. Open sesame.
Keine Sicherheitsanlagen.
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often, otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Nachher ist die Mutter besessen.
Caesar's laurel wreath. And given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Excalibur. The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't... Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Freiheit. Einige Nägel. Hab ich. Die Bibel hab ich. Nee. Doch hab ich.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
Das ist die einzige, die mir jetzt gedankentechnisch nicht auffällt. Einen kleinen Würfel, aber wo? Globus. Und das ist, dass die nicht über die Schwestern reden, wenn die Schwester nicht sagt, was passiert ist. Die nicht sagt, dass die Mutter hier war, wie soll sie dann bitte schön die überhaupt darauf aufmerksam werden? Wo finde ich sein? Wo finde ich diese kleine... Eine Armillarsphäre.
God damn it, Dorishe! Are you joking or what? You sell me pipe dreams about Mortimer's project, and a few hours later, one of your allies completely breaks down. Is this what Mortimer's side is all about? What am I going to do now?
Oh, there's no need to get on your high horse. We have both had our share of little surprises. You didn't warn me that you were going to declare war, now did you?
Yes. No, but
No one could have predicted that Peru would react like that. Now what's done is done. It makes no difference to us.
What can I do for you?
I'm dreaming. My mother was right. He's not going to tell me one word about what happened to Emily.
To tell you the truth, I'm in search of an armillary sphere. You wouldn't know where I can find it, would you?
Well, well. So you do have a passion for astronomy. Von Wollner has already bored me quite enough with all of his endless stories. You ought to concentrate, Louis. Politics is an art that requires all one's attention. Refrain from spreading yourself too thin, and leave stargazing to the poets.
What can I say? I'm only...
Ask Wollner. I am sure he must have it among his effects.
Perfect.
Thank you, my Lord Duke.
Leave me now.
See you later.
Von Wöllners Zimmer wollten wir doch einfach mal durchsuchen. Wahrscheinlich ein Fehler, bei Emily vorbeizuschauen. Jupp. Am Ende des Flurs. Emily
Dear
Chan.
E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen.
Von Wöllners?
Golden elixir,
doch
consumed
nicht
without
nein
excess.
So, Wöllner, Godoy, Washington, Adams. Genau am anderen Ende. Von Wöllner. Ich komme. Ich denke, ich drauf kommen kann. Ich meine, er mag Okkultes.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Lauf. Doch. Hier lang. Ich jedes Mal drauf reinfalle. Okay. Und hinab. Das wird relativ schnell genug gewesen sein. Nur einer weiß ungefähr. Was haben wir hier?
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Mein Lord, ich bringe frohe Kunde.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed one nail in Bethlehem, one in chapter 2, and one in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Ja, nö. Sag mir ruhig, was ich tun soll. Was? Was?
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
I'll have to trust her. You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more. Why, of course. They're part of the initials I-N-R-I that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion. It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category. This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
Bethlehem.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
Bin ja so verwirrt.
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head. Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee." Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem.
Das heißt, ich mal an Dings denken muss. Bethlehem. Das ist so verwirrend.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals. Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852. Chapter 1, verse 9. And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And coming up out of the water, he saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon him. Chapter 10, verse 30. I and the Father are one. Chapter 10, verse 30. I and my Father are one.
Kiste, es rappelt in der Kiste, in die Kiste, raus. Gut, der Ort ist das gegenüber. Jetzt brauche ich, glaube ich, noch was Römisches. Just neben oder näher. Römisch. Ich schwanke zwischen XXIV oder XEX. XXIV oder XXX? What? What?
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Nein, die Hand werde ich nicht.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels.
Du. Das Rad mit den Symbolen drehen oder Golgotha war das nicht? Ja, Kreuzigung. Aber wofür steht dann der Rest? Sozusagen wann? Ach, warte mal. Das sieht nach Blut aus. Ja, das sieht nach... Was ist das doch? Ist das ein böses Blut? Ich weiß ja nicht, ob ich da jetzt meine Hand reinstecken will.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Oh, kommt schon. Oh. Leb wohl. Ich werde zu einem Anakin Skywalker.
I never doubted you, my son.
Dings war die Geburt Jesu, also das andere Thema war dann der Tod Jesu. Das aber... Den Sieg habe ich nicht verdient. Das war so pures Geraten. Oh. Das dürfte Kapitel 13 gewesen sein. Ich bin immer noch so verwirrt, was das Ding angeht. Mehr kann ich leider nicht lesen.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
What? Ich hab die Kekse nicht genommen. Der Fuck, ist das riesig.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Yes, the centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.